fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Oilers and the Washington Redskins. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Manziel. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. A huge play there for Houston. 45 yards. Well, how about the passing numbers so far on this first drive?
Oh, no doubt about it. They're flinging it around pretty successfully. And look at the start. The confidence level.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. First carry for Darius Geis. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Geis with the carry on 2nd down. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Third down. Here's Haskins. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
That's taken on the 25. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run to a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Manziel. Flush to his right. The open man is Smith. A very solid gain of 27.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Manziel. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Set, ready, 90, war, general, fast, ready, go.
He'll drop to throw. He'll get this complete to Batson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here we go.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A good run there, 9 yards, but it still leaves him with work to do on 3rd and goal. Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's 3rd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. And his kick here is good. But wait up now, a flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the first. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the result of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. A'Shawn Robinson there on the stop. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Haskins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one, too.
I don't know about that.
So bad.
I don't know about
So
that.
bad.
Super toe.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but hold on, you finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
23 yards to pick up there. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Call that a gain of 11. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just...
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The extra point up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. This one fielded at the 5. Able to slither by. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
2nd and 3. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And his kick is good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
First down, Houston.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Catch is made by Harry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 26. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team?
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. It's their quarterback. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that.
Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Undercrush.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, Ben, because you're exactly right.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Now, a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by DJ Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. They're still throwing the football here. Obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. 27 yards there, a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 14. They'll look to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Now it's Haskins. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Looking to throw, Haskins. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And oh, he coughed it up. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 12-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Race don't travel. Race don't travel. It's a pocket.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. Jimmy Moreland there on the stop. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now a handoff here to his running back. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. They'll set up a throw. And that's caught by Smith. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 14.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as